make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, we definitely can do more like this. Enough rambling, let's just hop right into the scary stories, scary stories. Let's go. So I have the stories pulled up on my phone right here, and the first story is called the unrest stop. Alright, so I was driving across country with my mom and sister when I was 16 and my sister was 20. It was late, but we were well rested, still and alert. We were driving along an interstate and needed gas and a bathroom break. So we stopped at the only rest stop in 200 miles. There was a van full of teenagers on a road trip at the gas station, as well as a small gray car parked at the pump in front of us with two young men standing still outside of it. When we got there, everything felt wrong. We'd been on the road for days and seen many rest stops at night and had never been afraid until then. My mom and sister went inside and I stayed in the car. I heard the teenagers say they were creeped out and couldn't get the pump to work, and they left in a hurry. I was watching the car in front of us, and the two men had not moved at all, not an inch. They were talking, they weren't talking, they weren't on their phones. They were just standing there still as stone. My sister and mom came running back out to the car, and when they got in, the two men slowly turned and looked at us while not moving or pivoting the rest of their bodies. I swear, we all seen the same thing. They had eyes dark as pitch and empty, truly empty, not black, not reflecting any light at all, just a void. We sped out of there and didn't stop until we were in the next city. The worst thing about the entire experience, we couldn't find the place on any map. We knew exactly which spot on the interstate to look, and we couldn't find it on Google Maps or any paper map we had. We even asked the locals about the creepy gas station out on the stretch of road, and I only got a confused look. We've traveled on that interstate since, and there's no rest stop. So I'm gonna give you guys a little tingle break, okay? Tingle break before you head to the next story. Okay, so the next story is it came for us in the graveyard. So we were driving my friend's really old beat up Subaru through a massive graveyard. We stopped and walked down a hill and came across a little pond. There was someone sitting on a rock on the other side of the pond. sudden he jumped to his feet, started running to us on the water, and then vanished in the thin water about halfway on the pond. My friends and I screamed and ran back to my car. The car wouldn't start, and then we heard something bang on the back of the car. It wasn't a constant bang, but every few seconds or so we'd hear it. Nobody was outside from what we could see in the dark, but something was making a noise on the car. I opened my phone and started dialing my mom to come give us a boost, but I had no service. None of us had any cell service. The next 30 minutes were spent trying to get her car started. No banging was heard afterwards, but we felt this heavy pressure around us. Finally, the car started and she hit the pedal to the metal. We sped out of the graveyard so fast, immediately crossing the gates. All of our phones regained cell service. One thing I know for certain is that someone or something was out there, and it was not an animal or a human. So, a little tingle break, tingle break. Alright, so let's get into the final and last story. And this story is called It Was Good to See an Old Friend. So, when I was 37, I went to my high school reunion. I flew into the nearest airport and rented a car. The distance was about 35 miles to a very rural and almost abandoned part of the country. About 3 miles outside of town, I see someone on the side of the road flagging me down. It turned out that it was one of the guys I had attended school with. Jim, not his name, gets in the car and we started talking. I had not seen him in 20 years, but he looked the same, maybe a little older. We get to town and I ask him if he wants to come to the VFW and have a drink. He says, no, just take me home. Jim's parents had lived only a few blocks from my grandmother's house, and I turned in that direction. But he said to take him to the outskirts of town. There was a mobile home park out there, and I figured this is where he lived. When we reached the end of the turn off, he says, just drop me off here. It was good to see you again, and he walks off into the night. I go to the VFW, met some of my old classmates. We started to talk. As we were talking about who was coming to the reunion, I mentioned that I had just picked Jim up 3 miles east of town and had dropped him off. Everyone gets quiet. Even the guy singing karaoke stops and lays down the mic. My cousin goes white as a new t-shirt. Barb. Jim died on that curve 8 years ago. Rode his car. We were all at his funeral. I was told I started to feel really dizzy, and I went out to the car to take some deep breaths. There on the seat is a local newspaper printed 8 years previous, containing Jim's obituary. I still have the So, with that being said, this is the end of this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful whispering of scary, 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 scary stories, or suspense stories, or thriller stories. Thank you to everybody that watched. Make sure you guys hit that like button. That lets me know if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. I'm also coming down below if you want to see more, or comment down below which out of the three was the scariest story, alright? Or the weirdest, or whatever. Thank you guys, thank you guys. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful, amazing night. And I will see you